All right, everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome back to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for October the 4th, 2023. If you are watching this, it is past 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in Atlanta, Georgia. So for me, so it's really October the 5th, but I'm still going to date it for the 4th. Okay. And I will be on tomorrow to do your reading for the 5th, but the date don't really matter. So today's title is The Burdens That You Bear. A lot of you could be having a lot of back pain, so it can be due to the change of the weather. It could be due to age, some type of surgery, or some type of back injury. It also can be due to arthritis. But a lot of times, when your back is really hurting you, it can be due to the burdens that you are carrying. Okay. And where is that card? And the reason I came up with that title, well, I didn't come up with it, but I was picturing this card here that came out in yesterday's reading. I believe so. Yeah. So I had this in mind when I came up with the title or was given the title. You see the person that is climbing the hill, but then they have somebody's on their back, right? Um, Calling it a burden. So it may not necessarily be like something that's actually wrong with you, but things can manifest through your body, right? When you are going through a lot of financial trouble, emotional, mental, and yes, also physical. Um, but it can just be the burdens that you are bearing. So some of you, it can be that, of course, that you're trying to work on that. You're trying to minimalize it. Um, but some of you need to really take a look at that, okay? Because you could be doing all of the work, but you also could have somebody that could help you. Somebody that you're married to, living with, a partnership, a child's father, a child's mother, co parenting. Um, but a lot of times, also, that pain that is radiating in your back as aches, it can be also coming from your root chakra. So, some of you may need to check your insoles to get some type of insoles, inserts for your shoes. Go talk to your podiatrist. It can be the way that you are standing, it also can be your posture. Okay, so that is a message for some of you, but it is some type of burden, and I did want to clarify this. And the card that I chose or pulled for the thumbnail was phobias. So let's go ahead and clarify this phobia. Now, phobias can be anything from certain type of animals. It also can be, hypochondriac. It can be phobias of flight or flying, scared of heights. It can be, being in large crowds. It can also be phobias that are coming across as fears when it comes to love and relationship. Phobias about being alone. Phobia about getting with somebody, right? We all have some type of phobias. A lot of us gonna have the same, and a lot of us may have differ. But let's see what this phobia is. And this also can be coming back up or manifesting up in your life unknowingly, okay, by this Rahu and K2 that will be moving by November. Phobias is a type of fear, I believe. That fear can turn into a phobia. I believe sometimes phobias can come from something that you're not used to, something that for some reason in your past life, because these are the past life cards, um, it could have carried over into this lifetime. Um, like for me, I don't like to fly. Okay, I experienced it before. I didn't like the way it made my physical body feel. Um, I wouldn't call it a phobia, I would call it more of a fear. It can be that I can get over it by flying more. Some people can fly and it don't bother them, but I just don't like the idea, I guess, as a phobia, flying around in the air. And people say, well, it's more dangerous to be in a car accident or to drive a car than to be flying in the air. I personally don't want to fly around in the air in a tin box. I really want to drive around on the street, right, in a tin box. So, just for me, I have a phobia of flying. So, the next time, or if I do choose to fly again, it's going to have to be something very special. I'm going to have to probably get over that phobia of flying. Now, I don't know where it came from, but I just don't like the way it feels. Okay. But that is something that hopefully I can work on um, more. And beyond illusion is clarifying the phobia. Hmm. Now, this card here is, you see the third eye that is also being highlighted. Uh, it also is the outline of a butterfly. Okay. The extension of your mind, your head also, the way that you think, coming out or having illusions. Um, some of you, your phobia can be beyond what you see as an illusion. Illusions is tricks, right? It is something to make you think you see something in one hand, but it's really in another. Or something that's here, and I move everything around, and then I ask you, where do you think that the ball is up under the cup? Something like almost like a magic trick. Um, but this is not a magic trick. This is something that is carried over to you from your past life. So let's also get another one on this one. And I'm just putting out these messages. I'm not necessarily saying that this is the reading. If you booked a reading with me the past couple of days, I had 2 people. Your readings are uploading to your email. So make sure you keep checking back to your email until it fully processed inside of your email. Okay. Yeah, the thunderbolt, which is like the tower in this deck. Again, you see the outline of the shell of our body, and all the electricity or the lightning bolts and strikes that are hitting us. Um, this is like a tower moment. This is also going to be some of you awakening out of your phobias. I feel that for some of you, that can be a burden that has held you back, that has held you up for some of you. And it's getting beyond what you feel or don't see as an illusion. Okay. I really want to try and use another deck to get something else guidance. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, however you want to say it, is helping you through these phobias. Now, I'm not quite sure, what your particular phobia may be, um, but it all stems from the mind or the mindset, uh, creating or keeping something that also can be a burden, that you can let that burden off of your back, to set you free. Clearing and keeping, like I was just talking about, your kundalini, which is your spine activation, your third eye, your root chakra. When your root chakra or your feet are very hurt or painful or very out of alignment, that also can keep stemming from anger, resentment, um, chaos that's going on in your life. The root chakra also is not feeling or being very stable, and that can stem from financial. They can come from emotional and also out of alignment when it comes to the spirit realm or your spirituality. Okay. Some of you also may be very scared. I want to use that word, or fearful. And remember, we were talking about being fearful and letting that fear turn into a phobia. They usually say, I believe, that fear don't really exist. It's the mind that is playing that illusion upon us, okay, in our brain, where that when you're using your third eye and seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things with your spiritual eye, your third eye, and not just the regular eyes that you just have, right? Because that comes from conditioning. That also comes from all of the phobias that are built inside of us through conditioning by watching television, scary movies, horror films, watching the news, watching things that play out in our daily lives, in our communities, in our neighborhoods, um, in our businesses. All of that takes effect on our psyche, right? And then it also can build up if you don't know how to not take in that energy, okay? And let it resonate and let it simmer. And then it also can, for some people, turn into a phobia. It also can turn into a phobia for as religion, being scared, being ignorant of not knowing about different religions and different belief systems. It also can stem from racism or phobias about racism, nationality, because all of that is a stem from conditioning. I don't really feel that people are born to be racist. That is something that you learn. Okay, that is something that you taught or is taught, to act a certain way, to view other people a certain way, as conditioning, as being prepped. Um, because you're not born like that. You're born as a spirit, as a soul, and that input is not into your DNA, into your system. That is a learnt behavior. Also, I'm hearing the phobia is a learnt behavior, right? Because we're sent here or born or created with love, Two of Cups. Hmm. We are born and we're sent here and made with the Two of Cup spirituality. We're not made or created as phobias or to have phobias. We also are conditioned or take on things as burdens. Okay. I feel it's time for a lot of you to release this um, phobia. And it also could be, I'm hearing some of you have a phobia about being alone. You're born alone. You're gonna leave this earth alone. Anything that you do or partake in between that time period, you may have different Two of Cups, an exchange of love, supposed to be in of spirituality, um, between another spiritual or soul, okay, that's in another human shell. Um, But some of you have a phobia or feel of a fear that you may not ever have a love. You may not ever get married. You may not ever be in a relationship. But I just want to remind you real quick, that's not your goal. That's not your goal as a spiritual being living a human experience. If you or a lot of us do so happen to get this in this lifetime, then okay. But your experience is supposed to be learning how to be the spiritual being that you are in a human shell, but living and acting as continuously in your higher self. Okay. Four of Cups in reverse. So coming out of a sense of despair, sadness, heartbreak, disappointment, you're coming and will be able to continue to see through that illusion by strengthening your root chakra, strengthening your spine, okay, putting that also back into alignment, releasing those unwanted burdens that you still continue to choose to carry. You're seeing through this now. Now, this reading also reminds me of the reading that I did on the other channel, Yes or No Tarot LLC, where that the sun came out, Jupiter came out, the Queen of Pentacles came out. It was a whole bunch of nice cards that came out that I wasn't even expecting. So some of you may want to go take a look at that. You're being guided to finally release these phobias that can or have been holding you back for a while, whether it's due to love, relationship, yourself, not opening up more to your spirituality and also your particular religion, learning who you are as a spiritual being. That's your purpose here on earth, okay? But some people make it such as a phobia only about love relationships. This is a very, 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 very big, huge world, right? It's so much things to do and so much other things to worry about than just why am I not getting reciprocation in love? Love is just the tip of the iceberg. Because if you're not ready or is still set in the mind frame of being or having phobias or a fear, you're not ready for a Two of Cups anyway. You're not ready. Some of you may think that you're ready, but you're not. And it's also looking at this Two of Cups can be the other person that you're waiting on, how both of you are projecting to each other. You're saying to yourself, yes, my job here is to learn how to be in my spiritual being, in my higher self, so that I can attract you. And this person needs you to do the same thing also. Okay? Not waiting till this person comes into your life to do that for you or to fix that for you. Okay? That's your whole purpose of abundance, prosperity, a sense of being and feeling connected. And now you have the Four of Pentacles. Letting go of resentment, anger, hurt, um, feeling unstable, feeling like you're not stable unless you have somebody in your life. No, it don't revolve around another person. The phobia revolve around you. And some of you, you're your own burden. You're your own burden. Also, this is saying to Four of Cups in reverse, Four of Pentacles in reverse, let go of people that are actually a burden, situations. A lot of you are carrying people and situations that you're not supposed to or you don't have to. And that itself is creating more phobias and or fear inside of you. And that can be deflecting the person that you should be calling into your life right now as a match. Okay? So the Knight of Swords in reverse. Tired of bickering, arguing, and fighting with people, with family, with, loved ones, relationship, partnerships, marriages. A lot of you have been really holding back. And when you hold back and you don't say anything and you doubt yourself because you asking yourself, is this an illusion or is this the truth? But your guidance here is showing you the truth, but you're keeping it as an illusion. And the more you keep it as an illusion, it turns into more embedded fear and it turns into a phobia. Because on down the line, once you do separate from that person, you're going to have a phobia of relationships. You're going to have a phobia of commitment and giving your all. Four of Pentacles in the upright. So now we have the King of Swords in reverse. Some of you, this also could be a phobia of you're ending up alone because you are recognizing the burden now that can be it's time for separation from this person and or divorce. And I'm not saying that it's good or eager or you should separate or divorce. Whatever's going to happen in your lifetime for that relationship or partnership is going to happen anyway. It don't have anything to do with what I say in a reading. Okay? But King of Swords in reverse, you're not speaking up. You're not talking. You're scared to talk for some of you as a phobia. You're scared to tell somebody that they're a burden. We don't pick burdens. Burdens a lot of times lands in our lap. But once you fix and correct that burden or help that burden, it should be released. But if this is a continuous thing, then that entails that it turns into a phobia inside of you. Where that now you think everybody that in your future or who you connect with far as business, friendships, future relationships, dating, everybody is going to be the same as a phobia. Queen of Cups. That emotional sense of stability and not happy, the Sun in reverse. This is the enlightenment that I was talking about. This is the aha moment. This is the illumination. This is the phobia that you are recognizing, first of all, within yourself. That loving yourself and putting yourself first before you can have or be a Two of Cups to somebody else. That is the first burden that a lot of you need to understand that you're holding on to or within inside of yourself, right? Release it. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you already had or is going through this certain awakening. And remember, we have awakenings all the time. It's not like, oh, I had my awakening and I'm finished. No, it don't work that way. Okay. You will continue to always have awakenings. Knight of Swords in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. This is an argument. This is a conflict. This is lack of communication. No exchange of words. Somebody is upset, irate. And you're like, all I want to do is have love, share love, and be loved. That's all you want. But why is it such a conflict And this is nothing but a continuous burden that you, or some of you, are choosing to continue to take direction from somebody and carry this situation and the whole situation and this person on your back. Okay? I'm not saying that love is not here, but love is not the whole situation of life. It helps us in life. It guides us in life. It also helps to heal us. But if somebody is destroying your character and building fear and phobias into you, and it also can be from your childhood, it can be or came from parenting or lack of parenting, being alone, being isolated as a runaway, as being dismissed or abandoned. All of those are set intentions that was done to you that turned into fear, and that fear turned into phobias. And that phobia is a burden. But it's up to you, for a lot of you, to understand that, okay? And to work on this with the Queen of Cups as your emotional centering. Okay, yep, see there? The Phoenix, Scorpio energy. To work on this as um your healing of your emotional body. Thank you, angels, okay? Judgment. This is judgment on yourself and also judgment of the situation and or person that you're dealing with or going through. Like I said, this rebirth is happening because it's time for these phobias to disappear. It's time for you to come out of that illusion, like, oh, I don't have a burden, I don't have burdens in my life, I don't have phobias, I don't have fear, I'm fine. Okay? But this is your rebirth, this is your transformation, this is you heeding the call, a sense of renewal. A lot of us have been or went through a sense of destruction, whatever you feel or understand what that is for you and your life, okay? But it's time for creation. That's why the Queen of Cups is over there. Surrendering, okay, as you're going through this awakening so that this fundamental change can come through. It's time to clear and to purge. That's the whole thing that I was saying about getting rid of this phobia. Now, I wasn't intended for the reading to be this. I don't pick the readings. So if you feel like, oh, this not me, I don't know what she's talking about. Everybody has phobias, okay? Whether it's of insects, reptiles, flying, relationships, giving love out, receiving love, um, a phobia of being alone, a phobia of not feeling loved, a phobia of being left alone due to some type of abandonment, can be from your past life and or as a child, and now as an adult you're still carrying that phobia. Okay, holding on to a burden, and also can be a relationship because you have a fear or a phobia because of abandonment. So I'd rather hold on to the situation and this burden than face my phobia. And your phobia is your rebirth, your transformation, the destruction that was done to you that created this phobia. It's time to surrender to it. It's time to clear and to purge it. So that at some point of time, your your two of cups can come in, because for some of you, whatever this is or what you have or feel you have right now, it's not the two of cups. You're not going to have a two of cups while you're holding on to fear and phobia. You're not going to have it while you're still partaking in burdens that you are supposed to been have cleared and purged. Okay? Because again, somebody is still on your back. and you're steady taking direction. You're exhausted. Okay, you're still climbing the hill and doing what this person tell you to do and taking directions. And you see the rooster. The rooster means it's a wake up call. What is the wake up call? This, heeding the call, not the call from somebody else. Okay. So we have the double rainbow. This double rainbow keep coming out. And again, like I already indicated here, you have a rainbow here also. So like I said, it's time with this Rahu and K2 moving. Okay, the next 18 months, a lot of you will be clearing and purging people and situations out of your life. It's time to let go of that phobia and that fear, to come out of that illusion, to let go. This is also going to be, as you're clearing and purging, it's going to free up your money. It's going to bring in happiness and joy. You're going to be guided or feel a sense of freedom. hmm You're going to be able to be more free with effective communication, speaking your mind, being able to actually say I love you, and or express your feelings and emotions. All of this is heating from Scorpio energy. Okay? Either you're going to be all up for this or you're not going to be with it at all. Scorpio energy is a sudden change, a shocking moment. Some of you, this is going to be a separation and or divorce, moving out, however the case may be. Also, finally facing your fear or phobia with a new love relationship that you were not expecting. Because divine intervention is coming in. Okay, perfect timing. It's time for you to ascension. That's what I've been talking about the past 30 minutes. Serendipity, cohesive, and good luck. All right. Make sure you go and watch my other channel, Yes or No Tarot. It was a great reading over there this morning. Follow the link in my description, community, or my about section. Because if you try and type it in, you may not be able to find it. But it was a wonderful reading over there. Make sure you like and subscribe over there, and do the all, so you'll get notifications when I do post readings over there. And again, play this back, listen to what I said, listen to your intuition, and leave a comment in the comment box and let me know how this is understanding for you and your ascension. Okay, thank y'all so much for watching. See you next time.